Hello and welcome. This lesson we're looking at brief introduction to fractions. So after the division lesson, you can see that considering these three questions, you can see that they all have division. So we can change division to multiplication by doing 17 over 1 times 1 over 3, which will give us 17 over 3. So this is now a fraction. Move on to the next one. 9 over 1 times 1 over 5. Remember, you invert the number to the right, so you get 9 times 1 is 9, 1 times 5 is 5. So you get another fraction, 9 over 5. So let's do 22 over 1 times 1 over 2. So we get 22 into is 1, 2 into 22, 1 is 11. That's 2 into 1, 2 into 1. So it should give you 11 times 1 is 11 over 1 times 1, which is 1. So this is also a fraction, but anything that is over 1 now consider it as a whole number. So just 11. Okay, so this is a whole number. So that's it. So this is a fraction. And this is a fraction. So in fractions, you have, let's say, a over b. A is called the numerator, while b is called the denominator. So you can see if the numerator is larger than the denominator, it will be called an improper fraction. Okay, because the numerator is larger than the denominator. But what if you have like 3 over 7? So this is a proper fraction. Okay, because the numerator is less than the denominator. The denominator is greater. So to convert this to a proper fraction, as 17 over 7 over 3, sorry, to a proper fraction, you now do the division. Remember, in the division, okay, let's divide 17 over 3, and let's convert it to proper fraction that has whole numbers and fractions, numerator and denominator. So 3 can go in 17 5 times. So that's like saying 15 remainder 2. Okay, because 3 is a multiple. So you can do 3 here, 5 here. So you have 5. So this gives us 5 remainder 2 over 3. Okay. So let's also solve 9 over 5. So 9 over 5 can go in 9 one time, then remainder 4. Okay, let me just explain this concept with this simple number: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Now have 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, 5. In this group of 5, how many times can we find it in this 9? So we now have 1 2 3 4 5. You can only find it once. Okay, then remainder 4. So remainder 4, 1 remainder 4. So that is what we got here: 1 remainder 4 over 5. Okay, one whole number 4 over 5. So it's called one whole number 4 over 5. Same thing here: 5 whole number 2 over 3. So now let's consider this question 1. Question 1 says 17 over 3 plus 9 over 5. So we can decide to solve it this way. Remember BODMAS. BODMAS suggests that we group our number, that this bracket, we group our like terms. Okay, I have a video on BODMAS, so you can watch it also and learn more about it. Then there's division. D stands for division, so you divide. Next thing you divide. Then A stands for addition, because there's addition here, so you don't do division addition before dividing. So once to solve this now, you have to find the LCM of 3 and 5. The LCM of 3 and 5 is 15. I'll talk about LCM in another video. So LCM of 3 and 5 is 15. So 3 in 15 gives us 5. 5 times 17 gives us the number here. Okay, then we do plus 5 in 15 gives us 3. So 3 times 9 gives us the number we're supposed to work with here. So altogether you're supposed to do 17 times 5 gives us 5 times 7 is 35, right? 5 carry 3. 5 times 5 is 5 times 1 is 5 plus 3 plus 85. So you have 85 plus, you now have 3 times 9, 27, all over 15. So we add up the numerators. So 85 plus 27. Okay, 5 plus 7 is 12, carry 1. 8 plus 2, 10, plus this one carried gives us 112. 112 over 15. So this is the answer, but we can still reduce it to whole numbers and fractions. To reduce it to whole numbers and fractions, remember in my the lesson about division, you can check if the number is greater than 10, the number you're supposed to get greater than 10 or less than 10. So you can say 10 times 150 is 10 times 15 is 150. Okay, which is this 150 is greater than the number you're dealing with, that is 112. So that means what you're going to multiply 15 by should be less than 10. So let's try 15 times 8. Okay, 15 times 8, 8 times 5 is 40, right? 0, carry 4. 8 times 1 is 8 plus 4, you get 120. So 120 is still greater than 112. So that means you go to a lower number, just a bit lower. So you can say 15 times 7, which is 5 times 7 times 5 is 35. Write down 5, carry 3. 7 times 1 is 7 plus this 3, so you get 105. 105. So 105 is closer to 112, such that once you subtract 112 from 105, you should get a number less than 15. So once you do the subtraction, this minus this, you get 7. Okay, so in solving this matter now, you can go here, okay, to say 112 over 15 is equal to, remember we got 7 whole number, then the remainder is 7 over 15. Okay, so that's how we got this. So to check if we're correct, if we do 15 times 7, we'll get 105. Then if we add 105 to 7 to 105, you should get 112. So this is the answer. This is one way of getting the answer to this question. That's 7 whole number you get 7 whole number 7 over 5. That's the answer. The second way of getting this answer is to resolve this to whole numbers and fractions. So to resolve it to whole numbers and fractions, we can do it, we've already done it, we have it here. 17 over 3 is equal to 5 whole number 2 over 3. Then 9 over 5 is equal to 1 whole number 4 over 5. So we can just use this equation and say, instead of 17 over 3, so we write 5 whole number 2 over 3. Then you now put plus, okay. You now do, instead of 9 over 5, you do 1 whole number 4 over 5. So we can do away with this bracket. So to solve this problem now, all we need to do is we can add up we find the LCM. Remember, I'll go back to LCM later. The LCM of the denominators of 3 and 5 is 15. So you can add up the whole numbers. 5 plus 1 gives us 6. Okay, you write it on this side. Okay, so you do 15. 3 in 15 is 5. 5 times 2 gives you 10. 5 in 15 is 3. 3 times the numerator gives you 14. Okay, so when you add it up, all up, you get 22 over 15, which is still an improper fraction. So we still have to reduce it back down to a proper fraction. So 15 can go in 22 once. So if you do 22 minus 15, you should get 7. So you have 7 over 15. So now remember, we just reduced this one and we had this one left. So we can do 6 plus 1, 7 over 15. So all we just need to do is just add the whole numbers. Okay, so once we add just the whole numbers, we have 7 over 15. Okay, so which is the same thing as this. Okay, and that's the answer here. Okay, so that's the answer for this. So you can solve this question 2 and question 3 yourself. Try to solve it yourself. I'll do a video where I solved it, okay, and I'll give you the answer. But just try and solve it. Mathematics is practical. Thank you for listening.